Welcome to the Meaningful Mediation Podcast, the place where leading lawyers and negotiators share their best tips and strategies for mediation and negotiation. I'm your host, Patrick Russell, a full-time Florida mediator and lawyer. My goal is to help you have an effective and meaningful mediation. Each episode will provide you with real-world strategies and tips to help you negotiate and mediate with confidence. Let's get to it. So what would be the biggest tactical advantage from your defense background that now helps you at the negotiation table when you're on the plaintiff side? Anything you can think of?
A tactical advantage? That's a good question. I think that when I'm evaluating a case, I'm always thinking, how is the defense reporting? What are they putting in that report to their client? What's it going to say that's going to change the value of this case? Maybe it's a really important expert that talks about a life care plan, and they now have to evaluate it, and they have to analyze it, and they have to send it to their to the adjuster, and they have to report on it. Maybe it's a motion for punitive damages that really gets them thinking about what is the value of this case and how are they reporting it. So I don't know that there's so many tactical advantage that I picked up in my limited amount of experience as a defense attorney, because it was limited. Yeah, I learned a little bit, but I know that those things matter. Building your damages and making these insurance companies really, really think about it. Being aggressive, right? Taking every single deposition. Don't leave a deposition out. Make sure that you are deposing every single witness that you can find. Subpoena records. Depose the people that are sending you records on issues that are relevant to your case. Line up your witnesses. Prepare your case. Put them on their heels, right? Be proactive, march forward, put them on their heels, make them have to defend this case in all that we're doing to march this case forward to trial. And, that's going to get their attention. You want to get their attention. And there's certain ways to do that, I think. I certainly think there's ways to do that. And once you've gotten their attention, and I've talked to defense attorneys about this, right? And I've talked to the attorneys that are reporting to their clients about this stuff. I believe that once you get their attention, you make them really worried about this case, that's when you're going to be able to show up to mediation or arbitration and really get the best possible result.
Yeah, it's all about getting them to think about something and something new, perhaps, right?
Could be
Adding something like you said that they haven't already considered that now they have to further evaluate that may change the case for them. And knowing what that might be and then doing it.
Exactly. If they came with a certain amount of money, you got to make sure that you gave them every reason to bring the right amount of money to the table. And then, of course, getting that out of them and getting them top dollar. Maybe you don't take it and that's fine, but at least if you're going to go to mediation, you got to make sure that you went in there with the right plan, that you were fully prepared, that you made sure that the defense was prepared. And I think maybe not all lawyers do that. You have to make sure that you are providing the defense with all that information before mediation long enough so they have time to roundtable it, because they're going to sit there, they're going to think about it. They have to talk to their higher ups, whoever's in charge at the insurance company making the calls as to how much money to pay on this case. And you got to make sure they're talking to the right people so they come to mediation with the right amount of money. So there is some strategy to do that. Again, it's preparing the case, it's taking the depositions, it's getting your experts already aligned. I think timing of mediation is important too. You don't want to do it too early. You have to time that. Maybe it's a month or 2 months before trial where they got a lot to worry about. They got a lot more money to spend. So I think it's all those factors that really matter.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Meaningful Mediation Podcast. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Additional episodes can be found on YouTube and your favorite podcast channels. Until next time, less dispute, more resolution.